Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I was looking for a topic. I was watching some of a live that Apostle Ram Lab did concerning the so-called UFOs, the chariots. And just going to my notifications and so forth. Matter of fact, let me go to that right now. Matter of fact, let me give you the topic. So I typed in comparing the downfall of Rome with, and I was going to say America, but it just popped up. So America's not even in this, you know, in my question. But America pops up. See, it says the U.S. I didn't even ask about the U.S. So, and I found some interesting things. Let me go to... Yeah, I said I was going to go to my notifications. Okay, I was going through this the other day. 2nd Ezra 15 and the GNTA. Or the GNT. But like I said, I want to go to my notifications. And you can't take a day off. You can't take a day off with when it comes to this truth, because things are happening, you know, 3-4 things are happening, events in this country and around the world. You had breaking news as of yesterday on 95. 95 is the interstate that shoots through from Connecticut to New York. So the brothers that come from Connecticut, they always take 95, so they would have to find a back route. And when I saw it, you know, it came in my mind. You know, with all these major infrastructure, either tanker blows up or a cargo ship crashes into a bridge, or a pier catches on fire. They had a major fire at a supermarket in Brooklyn. I believe it was Brownfield, if I'm not mistaken. And the ones of you out there with your eyes open, you see everything. Like the movie They Live, we have those glasses. So something happens and the average person says, oh, wow, it's a damn, you know, oh, this happened, that happened. And we say, well, we know why it happens. Okay, he's still doing it. He's still live, so let me do this. Oh no, he's not live anymore. But this is the video that I was watching. Some of it was already in progress. The spirit woke him up early. I get up early any day, gone away most of the time.
Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Raka Kodash.
Let me check my notifications. Okay, I watched this individual. I'm going to get in the subject in a minute. Popular report. I subscribe to him. U.S. Postal has no backup plan. Food shortages update. And he always goes in the food shortages update. And lately, it's as of really 2020, 2021, really, 2021, 22, 23, 24. Prior to that, 2018, 2019, or whatever, beginning of 2019, you go to any supermarket and everything's stacked. Everything's stacked. Even this certain health food or health stores that you go to get certain supplements, some of that stuff you can't even get no more. Like I deal with probiotic pills. I do that every day. I take damn near 3 in a day. I was watching, this is a brief one, Friends of the Prophets, about another whistleblower that used to work for Bourne. He mysteriously got deleted. GMS Word of Life upload. Chariot of fire comes down slowly over the sky of Brazil. Yeah, there's chariots all over the planet. Crisis actors and agent provocateurs. When you have those glasses on, the special day live glasses, you see it all. You look right through it. See, once your spiritual eyes, they call it the third eye, your inner eye, once that's open and your pineal gland is not calcified, you see a lot of things. You get dreams. You know, like the spidey senses. The spidey senses go off. So we got the spidey senses. Like I said, the average person, they'll see some major event happen, and they'll just go with it, you know. And like I said, well, we already know who did it, and we search out what happened in the back room, so to speak. Oh, it was good to see. If you got a good topic, people click. We are becoming gods again. Everything is coming full circle. Canadian Prepper, another individual I subscribe to, get notifications. It says, before hyperinflation begins. Now, you're experiencing inflation. You don't want to experience hyperinflation. Hyperinflation is, let me get this gas, let me fill up my tank on this car. It might be $3.50, whatever, $3.30. Because you know, in hyperinflation, if you go later that afternoon to get gas, the gas might be $8.50. And then the next day, it'll be $12.25. That's something that Germany experienced during the Weimar Republic. When the Weimar Republic fell, that's before Hitler came in. And that's why they accepted Hitler with open arms. Zimbabwe, the same thing happened in Zimbabwe. And it's happening here. You haven't look, be happy that you're just dealing with inflation. You don't want to experience hyperinflation. And there's a way around hyperinflation too. I was watching this one, put up by GMS Vegas, sit down 144K, answering a question from the comment board, dealing with a brother that wants to get with a sister that had 2 children with an individual man, that they kind of fell apart, but the guy wants to get back with the woman, So, you know, you can watch that video. They're watching this one too. I didn't get a chance to watch this. I was watching this one. But this guy, the smart Christian, they should call him the dumb Christian, because he don't know what the hell is going on. So anyway, let me do this. So it says, comparing the downfall of Rome with, and I didn't put the U.S., I didn't put America. Okay, so it says, no, really, are we Rome? The fall. See, I didn't even see this. The fall of an empire and the fate of America, which look closely at the age-old Rome and America comparison. The focus was mainly on, I'm not going to read the rest of it, I'm not going to click on this. But like I said, I didn't put U.S., and as you can see, and this is also Babylon. See, none of these Christian scholars will tell you that this is Rome all over again. Don't even compare pagan ancient Rome to America. It says, what was the main downfall of Rome? Its answer. Its demise can be attributed to many factors, especially internal corruption. You got a lot of Jake men that's not going to vote, period, that voted in the past. Or if they do vote, they're going to vote Republican. They're going to put Trump back in there. Because when Trump was president, it wasn't all that bad. And then when the ragamuffin came, the first thing that he said, if y'all remember, put it in the comment section or the chat. One of the first things he said about it, he said it was a hoax. That's what he said. And they kind of pulled him to the back, shook him up. Then he wound up getting it. Then he wasn't wearing. Remember, he wasn't wearing the mask. And then they kept getting on him. Then eventually he wore the mask here and there. He's a maverick. It said the demise can be attributed to many factors, especially internal corruption. When I see a politician, that's a corrupt motherfucker. When I see a lawyer, he's corrupt. It says division. They had a movie out. I didn't get a chance to see the movie. I'm waiting until it gets streamed. By the way, Netflix, the movie The Book of Clarence is coming out next Saturday, May 11th. So I'll watch it. If the brothers are here, I believe all the brothers watched it. So we'll sit down and watch it. Maybe I'll see if if they didn't watch it, if they watch it, I'm not going to torture them to see it again. Maybe they want to see it again. So we watch the movie and analyze it. Because I don't go to theaters no more. One thing that was a good thing that came out of the Ragamuffin was you couldn't go to no theaters. So after everything, the smoke is cleared and all that, my thing is, why did I go to the theaters in the first place? It's like, who wants to be? I don't want to be in a black box filled with demons. You sitting next to demons, man. So the movie, by the way, the movie is Civil War. That movie is about division. The left versus the right, Democrats versus Republicans. In Rome, you had the plebeians and the patricians. Now, somebody tell me in the chat, the chat on the side, what's the difference between a plebeian and a patrician? And it's always been like that. And outside invasions. What's going on at the border? Now you got the president allowing Palestinians into the state now. So you can't even have a census anymore, because you got a lot of people that is not even in the system. You got millions of people that's in this country that are not even in the system. And you can thank Biden. But there's a back plan. Everything has a back plan. What's going on? What's going on behind closed doors? So if you got the glasses on, and you can see it. As Rome grew in size and population, the rulers of Rome became very corrupt. Like this guy, Eric Adams, he's a corrupt dude, man. He corrupt dude. And his fucking city, like if you go to places like the Bronx, the outer boroughs mainly, they don't give a shit about them outer boroughs. You got, the Bronx is looking more and more like a third world country. Potholes, and even I'm gonna get in the subject. Bear with me. Even you got the brothers, the elders in the various camps in the various states, and they tell us, wherever they may live in Middle America, the West Coast, that a lot of those places that the roads are all fucked up because the government doesn't put money into it. So that's happening here in New York. There's fucking potholes all over the fucking place. They're just now starting to patch them up little by little. Forgive me for the rant. I'm gonna get into my subject. I am getting into the subject because I'm reading about Rome, and this is comparable to America. Internal corruption, division. What is that? Second Ezra 15, I believe it's starting from the 15th verse. As a matter of fact, let me go to it real quick so I can read it verbatim. Yeah, this is a scripture for today. Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart. You're head over heels in love with a woman, you got to be head over heels in love with this truth. And the Most High is not accepting anything less. So I get mad if I don't have something in my mind to go into on a video. You got to watch this thing every day. Got to watch the news every day. Matter of fact, let me see something. Right now, I'm giving you filler, like a radio host. They do a lot of talking. They keep talking, going to different subjects, and they got the main subject brewing. Give me a second, y'all. If you can't see this place is done, you're an idiot. Or your eyes are not open. You don't have the glasses on. Okay, I just put on CNN, the Comedy News Network. What? Okay, so now they got evacuations. Ooh, this is ooh. In Texas, there's crazy flooding. So, okay, let me go right to, and you got to read this whole. You got to read this whole. We may go through this again Saturday, most high willing. This place is done, man. '14th verse, I started. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another. That's the movie Civil War, with swords in their hands. What are the modern day swords? Guns. For there shall be sedition among men, and I'm going to look up the word sedition for you, and invading one another. And this is what happened in pagan ancient Rome. You had people going their own way and invading one another. They shall, oh, and on top of all this, you black women, you are obsolete. You are done. You are deleted. Nobody wants to deal with you. Esau don't want you. He don't want you no more. Jake damn sure don't want you. And Jake then found out that all these other nations want him. So we getting our, hey, like the movie Get Out, which if you didn't see that movie, I didn't see Us, but the movie Get Out, at the garden party, the Edomite said, black is back in fashion. And that's true. Oh my goodness. Now they're showing these tornadoes. Tornado touches down in Texas, obliterates home. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is terrible. And they don't realize this is the judgment from the Most High. It says, for there, 16 verse, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, which is their presidents, their governors, the police, their mayors, nor princes, people in governmental positions, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into one city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Food shortages. What does Isaiah 65 say? My servants shall eat, but they shall not eat. Merely paraphrasing. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that tribulation is the time of Jacob's trouble. And this is him getting the nations together. We all know this scripture by heart, but I got to go through this Most High willing, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Ratazar, this Saturday, and I may just read it in the GNT, but this is what I wanted to pull out. Sedition. So you don't have to have a sword in your hand to be charged with sedition. You can say something to make somebody get a sword in their hand, and well, you're charged with sedition, sir. So let's look up the word sedition. Sedition meaning. Sedition is overt conduct such as speech or organization. So you got IUIC is an organization, ISUPK is an organization, Sakari is an organization, the Black Panthers is an organization, the various Edomite groups, the Bible Belt groups, organization, GMS organization, One West organization, you know, that tends toward rebellion. Rebellion means to go back to war. Back, and rebellion meaning war. Like they'll say antebellum slavery. Antebellum slavery means when the Southern crackers had us enslaved before the Civil War. It was before the Civil War. Rebellion against the established order. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and incitement of discontent toward or insurrection to cut from inside against established authority. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So if you didn't know what sedition meant, now you know what it means. And like I said, you can be charged and locked up, cuffed up, because you didn't have no guns, you didn't have no knives, you didn't beat up nobody, you didn't threaten nobody. You just spoke the word that riled up people to tear shit up. Okay, so now let me come back over here. It says right here, let me read this again, from the Atlantic. No, really, are we Rome? As of March 11, 2021, the fall of an empire and the fate of America, which looked closely at the age-old Rome and America. The age-old question, the Rome and America comparison. The focus was mainly on. You can read that on your own. I may come back and click on it. So it says, people also ask, what was the main downfall of Rome? And I read this before. Its demise can be attributed to many factors, especially internal corruption, division, and outside invasion. As Rome grew in size and population, the rulers of Rome became very corrupt rather than serving the interests of the empire. Rulers, generals, and politicians become more concerned with protecting themselves. There's a term called continuity of government. Let me look that word up. Continuity of government. And they showed you that in the movie, what was that? Asteroid, whatever. The president was this guy. The hell is this guy? Can't even think of his name. Morgan Freeman. There was I believe it was the name of the movie was Asteroid or something like that. Let me give me a second. A list of movies starring Morgan Freeman. And by the way, he goes back, he's a Nigerian, by the way. So ISUPK, wake up. You got a lot of people, a lot of the members in ISUPK are Nigerian. A lot of members in the GMS are Nigerian. We got brothers in GMS that'll tell you, yeah, I'm Nigerian. Or Ghanaian. I was born in Nigeria. They're not Hamites, bro. Okay, give me a second. I want to give you he did a lot of movies. That's why he ain't acting no more. He living off of that money. Let me see. He played God. Hey, big ups to what's this guy? Jim Carrey. He said I'm gonna have Jake play God, and I believe he's a Jake. He's in a lot of good movies. Man, he's in a lot of movies. Wow, he's in a lot of movies. I remember when he first came out, he was on an electric company. Damn, what the hell is it, man? Bear with me, y'all. That Deep Impact. There it goes. 1998. And in that movie, if you saw the movie, if you didn't get a chance to watch it in the theater, the Demon Box, the movie theater, see if you can get that movie. Excellent movie. Is about I believe it's an asteroid. And they had time before the asteroid hit America, and they had it was the salt mines that you can go in the mountain and you wasn't going to be hurt by it. So the only people that can go in there were government and certain smart scientists, doctors, certain educated people with specific skills. But the average person used asked out. Then they had a lottery where certain regular people can go in there. So that's called continuity of government. So now let me look that up. Continuity of government.
According to FEMA, continuity of government is a coordinated effort within each of the executive, legislative, and judicial branches to ensure that governance and essential functions continue to be performed before, during, and after an emergency.
So y'all heard that, right? That means the three branches of government, they have to, if everybody dies, we got to stay alive. So basically, F y'all. And like I said, they showed you that. They feature that in the movie A Deep Impact. So, let me see. Let me come back here. So you can read this part again. It says they're only concerned about themselves rather than serving the interests of the empire. Rulers, generals, and politicians become more concerned with protecting themselves. Continuity of government. They do it in the name of continuity of government. And part of that, they got to save women too, men and women, to bring back, re-people the earth. After the flood, the earth had to be re-peopled. Okay, fall of the Roman Empire, history and causes. What was the main downfall of Rome? What are some parallels between the U.S. and Rome? There it goes again. I didn't even ask that question. U.S. founders modeled. Now listen to this good. I'm surprised they even gave me all this information. U.S. founders modeled the country on Rome. Now, if you do some research, what I'm not going to do, I'll leave it up to y'all. It's like a homework assignment. They said, I remember from an old document, the where Washington, the capital, Washington is. That before that was a marshland. and they said that there was a hill that they built, DC, the center of DC, the capital, and they built around it, was called Rome. It was called Rome. They also cut up that marshland into lots. And the lot number that they built, Rome, the new Rome, was 666. Check that out. And I used to be able to find it. You can't find it no more. There's some Edomite family missing in Mexico. Oh, you had no bid, you effed around and found out. You effed around and found out. And none of you brothers should be going out of state unless it's an extreme emergency. And don't leave the country, because anything can happen. You're stuck out there in Mexico some goddamn where, and we can't help you. U.S. Founders modeled the country on Rome, all the way down to the architecture of government buildings. Well, where did the Romans get their architectural skill from? Esau. Petra. Look up the word Petra. Petra. Go to photos, then go to Rome, ancient Rome. Go to photos, then go to the Washington D.C. or the capital of the U.S. and go to photos or pictures. Check this out. The use of the eagle is the national bird. The national bird of Rome was the eagle. When you had the not the centurions, the legion, they would have one guy carry the eagle, and you couldn't lose that eagle. If there was a movie out called The Eagle. Matter of fact, let me go into that. The movie The Eagle. Boom, boom. Look at that. And it was a good movie. They really, this is called a period piece. This guy, Channing Tatum, he might be a Jake. He a Mo, but he might be a Jake. But in the movie, okay, official trailer, it says Journey to the World of the Eagle with the official trailer. Look at this, they got a actor named Tahar. Tahar. But anyway, in the movie, okay, under the command of Flavius Aquila, by the way, Flavius, this goes back to the Flavian dynasty. I guess he's a descendant or a popular name. Aquila means eagle. His name was, this commander was named Eagle, played by Tatum in AD 120. Now this had to be Jake. Rome's 9th Legion marches north carrying its revered eagle emblem, which is like made out of, I believe, gold, and vanished into the midst. Now a legion was about 7,000 men, and the Picts got them. And these were Jakes. A lot of them were Jakes. The Caesar at that time, I got to look up who the Caesar was a Jake. Rumors of the legion's golden eagle appearing in a tribal temple reach Marcus Aquila. Okay, that's okay, he was under this guy. Channing Tatum, Flavius, son, 20 years later. Okay, good. So this guy, Marcus, played this guy's son. Let me do this. Who was the Caesar of Rome during 120 AD? It said 128. Give me a second here. As it said, season. Who ruled Rome? Who? Let me do it this way. Getting a history lesson here. Who ruled Rome during 120 AD? Who was Roman Empire? I'm sorry. Oh, Hadrian. Which Hadrian was a Jake. He was one of the 5 good emperors, starting with Nerva. They were all Jakes. You got Bishop Nate, because he's lazy, he don't like to study. He says that Jake took over the Roman Empire and became the first emperor in 193 AD, Septimius Severus. He was quoting with what Isaiah said. High priest Isaiah said. No, the first Jake emperor was 96 AD, when after I forget the fate of Domitian, the younger brother of Titus, but he came in. This Nerva came in. He was a Jake. So let me come on back. So it says U.S. founders modeled the country on Rome, ancient Rome, all the way down to the architecture of government buildings, the use of the eagle as the national bird, the use of Latin mottos. What's on your dollar bill? What is it? Annuit coeptis, Ordo Novo Seclorum, e pluribus unum. If you study law, you have to learn legalese, which most of those terms are Latin. Medical field, you have to learn Latin. The planets are named after Greek and Latin names. And the unfortunate use of the fasces. The fasces is the fasces, well, it says the axe surrounded by rods as a symbol of state power. That's all the states coming together to form one power. All you got to do is go to, let me see, let me do this. The U.S. Congress. Let me go to images. Okay, here we go. That's Roman architecture. The eagle. Fasces on either side. That was the symbol of ancient Rome. This is America's just Rome coming back all over again. These presidents were a lot of them were, I would say all of them were Roman emperors. Only difference is they're wearing suits and ties. Back then they wore togas and rosemary leaves around their heads, which they got that from the sons of Japhet. I really don't got to read anymore. But right, it says here, subdue, and of you see parallels between the collapse. Why do some people compare today's society with the fall of the Roman Empire? Of course. So we know that the Roman Empire fell, and this place is going to fall. So now, let me come over here to Daniel 7:7. I gave you a lot of information, a lot of names out there, put out there in the ether. Daniel 7:7. Now, these scholars will tell you, as we read down, that Daniel 7 verse 7 is talking about Rome. But they're not going to tell you when it goes to the 8th and the 9th verse. They're not going to tell you that that's talking about America. It says, Daniel 7:7, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, set up provinces. Palestine became province of the Roman Empire, and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the rest, the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So now I'm going to give you the 10 horns. Alemanni, which is Germans. Now, German was split up into two. You had Germanium Major and Germanium Minor. So it said, but that was one Germany that became two parts of Germany. It says Alemanni, Burgundians, which are the Swiss, Franks, which are the French, Lombards, which are the Italians, Saxons, which are the English, Suavi, which are the Portuguese, which came out of Spain. Remember, Portugal was a part of Spain. Visigoths, which are the Spanish. Heruli, which is no longer exists. They got mingled in with the other Edomites. Ostrogoths, which no longer exists, and the Vandals. Now, the word Vandals was a group of people called Vandals. So when you vandalize something, they call you he vandalized this, which was named after the Vandals because they used to tear shit up. So those are the 10 heads right there. Write that down. So now, I went to the Bible commentate. Mainly I went to the Bible hub. Now, Cambridge, they don't even mention Rome. So, but I put in Rome, the word Rome came up 8 times. The word of the Dionysus, Helicarnus, are very opposite to this subject. The city of Rome says, he ruleth over all the earth as far as it is inhabited. Right, the known earth. They didn't know nothing about the Northern Kingdom. This is a pulpit commentary. Okay, image of Nebuchadnezzar dream. When we turn from the apocalypse of the Old Testament to the apocalypse of the New, we find 10, the note of Rome. So it mentions Rome right here. Jameson Forsyth Brown Bible Commentary. Whereas the three former kingdoms were designated respectively as a lion, bear, and leopard, and they'll tell you that the lion, bear, and the leopard is the Babylonians, Medo-Persians, and the Greeks. No particular beast is specified as the image of the fourth, for Rome is so terrible as to be not described by anyone, but combines in itself all that we can imagine, inexpressibly fierce in all beasts. It said they had great iron teeth, and that they made their weapons from iron. All these nations before Rome used iron, but Rome used more iron for weapons than anything else, than any other kingdom before them. And that's the blessing of the sword given to Esau, because the Romans, Edomites, descended from Esau. It says 10 horns. It is with so a Christian can say, "Oh, you making it up? You black Hebrew Israelite making it." No, we're reading the commentary from these Christian scholars. The fourth kingdom, this 7th chapter is mainly concerned. The 10 kings, horns representing power. That is kingdoms into which Rome was divided on its incorporation with the Germanic and Slavic tribes. And I gave you a list. I gave you their ancient names and their modern names. 10 kingdoms. 10 kingdoms thereof, prefigured by the 10 toes, Daniel 2 verse 41, compared to Revelation 13. And Revelation 13, when you read that whole chapter, it leads to the what does it say? The Lamb coming up, having 2 horns, as a lamb, but spake as a dragon. Still bringing it up to date to right now. That's America. Are the kingdoms into which Rome shall be found finally divided when Antichrist shall appear. We're in that time of Antichrist. It should be the spirit of Antichrist. There's no such thing as a guy named Joe Antichrist. These probably are prefigured by the number 10 being the prevalent one at the chief turning points of Roman history. Dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly powerful as the Roman Empire was. You guys, you Hebrew Israelites, you just make up stuff. America's not mentioned in the Bible. The whole planet Earth is always... Go to any news station around the world on the internet, and they're going to talk about America. Presidential elections, the whole world stops to see who's going to be the next president. This is why we don't like to talk to you boneheaded Christians, man. So you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me go to the 8th verse. And I'm going to get ready to close. I'm fitting to land this plane. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of men, and the mouth speaking great things. Now they're going to botch this up. It's talking about the little horn represents the U.S. Let me see here. Okay, they're going to say, I already know. You can read it for yourself if you don't believe me. They say that's talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. Nope, it's not talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. Even though he's known as the little horn. Ninth verse. I beheld to the children of the ancient of days that sit by fire. I'm sorry, let me go to the 10th verse. A fiery stream issued before them, 10,000 out of 10,000. They say about this. Stream of fire, Daniel 5:25. Okay, good. And the books were open. Then it references Revelation 20, verse 12. So they know, but they don't know. Body slain, beast was slain, and his body destroyed to the burning flame. That's not talking about hell. Stop listening to that knucklehead Nathaniel. Okay, what do they say here? Empires. I'm almost finished. Hang out with me. And his body destroyed, the empire being represented by an animal. Its body will correspond to the fabric or political organization of the state. This is to be utterly brought to an end. And he was given to the burning flames, to the burning of the flames. Isaiah 64:11. Literally has become for the burning of fire, to complete destruction. That's the Babylon the Great, the whole land. Isaiah 13. It is hardly likely that there is any allusion here to the torment of the wicked after death. They take them, shut the hell up. You've been listening to Nathaniel. For though in part of Enoch's writing, probably within 50 years of Daniel, says Daniel 10, mentioned made fiery place, punishment for the wicked, angels and men. Had that been intended, see, they don't know what the hell's going on. But they do reference Revelation 20, Revelation 19, Revelation 20 and 10. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.